Hi, welcome to day 3 of the 2021 annual ALA conference. We're here in Austin, Texas. Today we are talking to Jess, Beyer, and Emily Spehar. They are the recipients of the Susan L. French Emerging Leader Fellowship Program. And you guys were recipients in 2019. And I'm going to let you talk about the program in just a second, but just as a basic overview, it is a fellowship, which is like a scholarship. It's a 2-year program, and it is named in memory of Susan L. French, who was a president of the Association of Legal Administrators. She passed away in 2013 from leukemia. I personally knew Susan. She was a mentor to me, and it was a really hard loss, both for us individually, for the association, and really for the world as a whole, right? Because she was the consummate servant leader, right? So the first thing we wanted to tell you guys is that we, on behalf of the Mostly Legal podcast and Centerbase, we announced this to Kyle Wiegand yesterday. We are donating $5,000 to the fellowship in honor of all of our subscribers to the podcast for season 1. And so will you tell us a little bit about some of the things our money could go to do?
Yeah, thank you so much for that generous donation.
Yeah.
It's really amazing. I'm feeling a little emotional about it because Emily and I were the kind of like the first recipients in the reimagined program. So previously, if you applied for the program, you would receive a scholarship to go to annual conference, and they revamped the program. Wendy Rice Isaacs did to have it so folks who applied, you had some skin in the game, right? So it was a 2-year program, so we came in as fellows and received some leadership training and kind of just immersed ourselves into learning about Susan, and then we became mentors to the next people who came into the program.
It's been a really great experience, and thank you so much for that donation.
You're welcome.
That money is going to go to, maybe they can expand the program. I know in the second year they added additional leadership training.
Yeah.
So that money could definitely support the program in future years. Thank you so much.
Well, and we have more ideas to do. We want to do even more. So we have some ideas for how we can continue to make additional donations and keep expanding it, and hopefully, keep helping out as much as we can.
Yeah,
That's awesome.
It means a lot.
Yeah.
It really does.
And so you guys talked a little bit yesterday at the association luncheon about what this has meant to you. And I don't want you to have to go through all of that because it is emotional, right? But can you tell me each one thing that you feel like you have taken away from participating in this program? What does it mean for your career? What does it mean for you personally?
The fellowship helped me find my voice personally. I was in a position where, I was kind of struggling because I wasn't getting the opportunities I needed to grow. And my leadership training with Judy Hassong helped me. She was like, you need to talk to this person and you need to frame it this way. And those things helped me jump from that firm, realize that I wasn't going to get those opportunities, and now I'm at Hush Blackwell.
Right,
so,
right.
Woohoo!
Emily's kind of a big deal.
No.
Yes, she is. She is to me.
Would you have been able to do this 2 years ago?
No, never. Are you kidding? So part of the fellowship is a speaking module with Judy Hassong. So I brought that into everything I do now.
Yeah.
I'm in a leadership position in our local chapter, and that's helped with that as well. So it's just been an amazing experience.
And you're also in leadership of the Wisconsin chapter now.
Yeah. I'm the current president, and in January I took a role at my law firm as human relations manager.
Okay.
And when I was approached about the role, I looked at my firm administrator and go, "You think I'm qualified?" And I called my mentor in the program, who's Michelle Cohen, and I called her. I was like, "Oh my God!" That's the first thing out of my mouth was, "You think I'm qualified?" She goes, "You call Judy right now and figure out why you said that, and then you're going to call your firm administrator back and you're going to take the position."
So
I bet
awesome.
Judy set you straight really fast.
She did. She's really good at doing that. So that's great. So both through the program, you both have been able to show an actual progression of your career.
Absolutely.
Because of that. I was trying to explain to Rob how much this means to me, right? Because ALA is everything in my career, right? And I struggled when I first started understanding law firms and understanding all of that. And I still, 17 years later, still have to explain to people what law firm management is and what we do. And we started this podcast to expand that knowledge, right? That was the reason I agreed to do it, is I want people to know what we do. And I've been where you both sit, where you're in a position and you need to be lifted up. And the fact that this fellowship does that is just, it's really empowering. And so you guys now have to mentor the next year's recipients.
Yeah, we did. We just rolled off of that in June and turned it over to the next generation in the fellowship program. So there's 6 of us now.
Yeah.
So it's pretty exciting.
You're called the Frenchies?
We are, yeah.
So I'm always curious, when you're a mentor versus mentee and you're going through that, I've always felt you learn more as you're mentoring somebody else.
Yeah.
Did you guys feel the same way? Did you guys have that same experience?
Absolutely. And the 2 we mentored, Kara Henson and Megan Wilson, they came into the program and they went through the same things we did, although it was a little different because of COVID. But they said, we want more. And so they added an additional training session to the
and so
year.
we were a little jealous, right? Like, why didn't we think to do
Yes,
that?
we were.
But at the same time, like, because we were kind of like the newbies in the program when they were still reimagining it. So we were kind of like, I guess, flying by the seat of our pants, for that first year. So we didn't really know what to expect. But when they wanted more, we're like, oh, they totally took it to like the next level. So that was really awesome. Yeah.
So you mentioned finding your voice, and this is something we've talked a lot about on the podcast. And you said you wouldn't have done this, 2 years ago. When you spoke to Judy, do you have any tips for other people out there that are nervous to get in front of people, nervous to, let people know who they are and really, find that voice? Do you have any tips for
I think
people?
you have to find your people.
Yeah.
You have to find your support system, and that comes from getting outside of your comfort zone and forcing yourself to have those conversations. If you have goals, you really need to find people who are going to help you achieve those.
Judy was here yesterday, and she said, for people coming to the conference for the first time, go find one person, start with one person, and then find the next one. And I thought, it's a really nice way to do it, and something that not everybody thinks about. So that was cool. What about you? Finding your voice.
I think the biggest thing was I had to shut my mouth. Right. I had to listen. Right. That's what I wasn't doing. Is like my perspective was that like everyone should just do things the way I do it because it's the right way. Right. Like so no, that's the biggest thing I learned from Judy was to actually listen to people, like listen to the what they're passionate about, what they value, and then that's how I could speak to them and then ask questions so I could learn more.
That's
awesome.
great. Well, thank you guys so much. I know that it just means so much to us that you guys are willing to come in and do this today. And
we've enjoyed spending time with you guys. We've spent more time with you over the course of the conference. But now I didn't realize the next conference is only in a few months. So maybe we'll get to spend more time with you the following month.
That's fantastic. That'd be awesome.
So thank you guys so much, and
so
congratulations again.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.